Hello and welcome to another episode of Hingham Happenings. I'm your host, Christina Aiello. Now let's take a look at what's coming up on this month's episode. A group of South Shore musicians bring holiday cheer to the conservatory. Vendors in the area help shoppers get creative with their gifts. Boy Scout Troop 1 helped the community with some holiday cleanup. Roam the Tomes returns to the Hingham Public Library. And Ted Alexiadis is recipient of the Patriot Award. The South Shore Conservatory, located in Conservatory Park, has been providing opportunities for South Shore residents to study music since 1970. With a multitude of classes for all instruments, voices, and skill levels, there's something for the whole community to get involved in. This month, we feature a very unique chorus that is very inclusive and is offered to people of all ages. Community Voices 2.
Community Voices is a chorus for adults with developmental delays. It is a special opportunity to come and sing with like-minded individuals.
Community Voices is open to anyone age 16 and over. We're inclusive. Everyone in the group loves music. They love to sing, so it provides joy in that. People of any ability are welcome to join. The only requirement is that you love to sing.
Every winter we do a holiday concert. And we do favorite traditional things, and we do new songs as well.
We did some traditional favorites like Joy to the World and Deck the Halls, but we also did some more current music.
Well, I did a solo tonight, All I Want for Christmas Is You, and that's the song I've been practicing throughout the 18 weeks of rehearsal.
This year, as you've heard, and if you were able to listen to the concert, we had the beautiful Iroquois song, which actually had some foreign language in it.
Also, we're working on the musical elements. We're also working on language. So some folks in the chorus do have some issues with certain sounds, certain words, so we can work on being able to express themselves verbally, vocally. A lot of times, it's easier to sing than to speak. So for some of our folks in the chorus, they can sing beautifully and they can sing right on, but the speech is a little bit slower, so we work on both singing and speaking. So the language skills are really great. There's also a big social element.
Not only do I learn to sing, but I learn to sing with a bunch of people who have warm, gifted spirits, especially at Christmas time, who have the gift of giving, the love of joy, and the happiness of being together.
This group is so great for getting to meet other people that share your interests. Everybody in here loves music, they love to sing. The folks may not have other opportunities to be in a group like this, so we're filling in a niche in the community, so they're getting to meet people that maybe they otherwise wouldn't meet.
Community Voices 2 provides an opportunity for anyone who wants to sing, and particularly for people who don't really have a lot of opportunity to join the many choruses that exist in our community. This is a special one that is really open and inclusive. And our Duxbury group has about 30 people, and our Hingham group at the moment has about 10 people, and we are welcoming more. We would love it to grow.
Community Voices 2 has been around for about 2 years. And Community Voices in Duxbury has been around for about 5 years.
And it was developed by Eve Montague, who is our Director of Creative Arts Therapies here at the Conservatory, and she has really nurtured the program. It's now at the 2 campuses.
I have been in Community Voices for 3 years, and I am so into singing. So whenever I got the email from Eve, this really inspired me, and I am very, very honored to be part of this. My favorite part of Community Voices would have to be the leaders, which are Emily Broder-Melville and Carrie O'Brien. Without them, I don't know where I'd be with this program.
I love working with Community Voices. There is nothing else like it. The folks that are in Community Voices have just this brightness to them. They love what they do, and it helps me love what I do too.
Every day with the group is a pleasure, that we just have a wonderful time.
To anyone who is out there looking for music, I recommend it to anyone. Emily's great, Carrie's great, and they'll fit you right in, and you'll just have a great time.
To find out more about Community Voices and to register with us, you can go online to our website at www.sscmusic.org. And for Community Voices, you can look up Eve Montague, you can look up the Community Voices page, and we also have other vocal programs and instrumental programs for people of all ages and abilities.
The Hingham High School hosted a holiday fair where vendors and crafters sold their homemade art and shoppers got a chance to get creative with their gift giving this season.
Today is an awesome fair here at the Hingham High School. It's here to benefit the school, I believe, and it's my first time, and I'm very excited. This is all my original work. It's called Reflections by Robin, and I'm a designer. I design custom mirrors and windows.
It's more of a holiday fair. It's getting ready for Christmas, and like I said, it's more of an intimate setting so that you can meet the actual vendors and crafters themselves.
The Hingham Holiday Fair lets us get the word out about our garden workshops, which is primarily why we're here. And while we're here, we love to have a product to show, to give people an idea of what type of things that we create at our garden workshops.
There's almost 100 vendors here with all unique items. Mine is embellished glassware. I do embellished glassware and tableware, acrylic. I have a pretty big following. I kind of stay in the South Shore, and I have a lot of regular customers and a lot of word-of-mouth business, not many manufactured products, a lot of handmade items, unique things, more one-of-a-kind type gifts.
The turnout is fabulous this year. It's been great help to all of us here, all of us vendors. We are thrilled to be here and part of such a great event. This is our 7th year in the Hingham High School Holiday Fair, and it's been wonderful to us, and we really appreciate being here.
We've been at this show before for the last few years, and so we get a lot of repeat customers, because once people try our blankets, they're often back. They come back and they say, oh, these are much better than any of the other blankets that we've ever tried, so we need a few more, or everybody in my family is fighting over that blanket, so we need to get one for everybody.
It's a great way to jump into the holiday spirit, especially when you can buy local and support local businesses, small crafters, and those type of people.
This right here is one of the first ones for the season, so a lot of people like to get a jump on their holiday shopping.
Yeah, so far the overall turnout is really good, and I think it's a great idea to have this show just one day instead of a 2-day show, because that brings everybody in on the same day.
This is a great venue to kick off the holiday season. People come by and they're put a happy face on when they see these beautiful gifts and suggestions for Christmas. This year, with the Thanksgiving so late in the season, we only have we have less shopping days, and this really helps us to get things rolling for the Christmas season.
This is probably the busiest weekend prior to Christmas. Everybody's doing shows today, and the key is to pick the best show, and I chose to be here.
This one is very well run, always very well attended, so it's one of our favorites, and even though we now sell mostly on our website and we have stores across the United States, we always come back to this show because it's a very good one.
Oh, definitely, because you get the best selection, especially with custom work. Once the custom work is sold, there's not enough time to make more pieces. So it's a good idea to get to an artist before the holiday season really gets in full swing. That way you'll get the best selection.
members of Boy Scout Troop 1 participated in their annual tree drive fundraising operations. The troop drives around town and collects the Christmas trees that have been left in the front yards of community members.
Today we are here at the Troop 1 Tree Drive Call Center, and it's basically the headquarters of our tree drive fundraising operations that we do every year.
Well, it's really a great service opportunity for the kids, first and foremost, and it's a way to make it easier for people to deal with the after Christmas rush, taking down the decorations, getting the tree, taken care of. And we're just trying to make it easier for people. Just put it out by the street, the Boy Scouts will come and pick it up. And I've been doing it now, I think this is my 3rd or 4th year. We used to use the service before then, and I always loved it. It's so easy. You just carry it out the front door, drop it by the street, and you're done.
The way the tree drive works is that the Scouts pick up trees on 3 different days. Today is the busiest day we have. We're picking up probably 450 trees. We have about 7 or 8 trucks that are out with all the boys and adult leaders and parents on them, and they're all given routes, and they go out and traverse the streets of Hingham looking for Christmas trees.
We give each scout a list of roughly 30 names. They make the calls, and when they make the calls to see who would like their tree picked up again. The people on the call list are usually the people in the past who we picked up trees. The parents who do a lot of work for the troop come together, put together a huge list, a master list of all the people who are picking up, where they live, and how many trees. Then they sort those onto maps, and then they organize the trucks, and basically then that's when our scouts come in, and we basically just load up on trucks on these scheduled days and go out and pick up 40 to 50 trees each.
Most people donate by just putting an envelope on the tree, and that's still the simplest way. Obviously, if there's any security concerns or if they just prefer to, they can always write a check instead of leaving cash. And if they want to, they can mail the check. I believe it's P.O. Box 651, Hingham, Mass., payable to Boy Scout Troop 1.
This is our one fundraiser of the year. So what we use the monies for is we have a terrific, iconic scout house up on Turkey Hill. And we've had that house since about, I want to say, 1935, and so we maintain that, and we use some of the funds for that. We use a lot of it for the scout activities.
They go to funding all of our troops' events, like all of our camping trips, all the extra stuff we do sometimes just for new equipment that we could use, and sometimes just to help keep the Scout House up in shape.
And then we also help some of the other groups in town that need assistance from us. The Girl Scout house is being renovated. There are a few other things going on in town. So, but a lot of it goes toward the Scout activities for the year.
They learn to work in teams. One thing my own son said to me was he had such a fun time on the truck yesterday. Could he get back on that same truck today with the same kids? So they learn about teamwork, they learn about commitment, they learn, if you say you're going to be somewhere at 7:30 in the morning, you'd better be there at 7:30 in the morning. We have a saying in the troop, if you're 5 minutes early, you're on time. If you're on time, you're late. So they learn about things like that, honesty, handling money, dealing with people, providing a service. It's a great little enterprise, and to see them, and they're so enthusiastic. The younger scouts who it's their first time, they can't wait to do it, and the older boys take them under their wing and mentor them and show them how to do it, and make sure you wear gloves. You don't want to get pine sap all over your hands. And we even have some scouts who have become Eagles, and they're not really active anymore because they've gone off to college, but they come back during their winter break and they help out with the tree drive because they've enjoyed it so much, and they like to see their friends and feel like they're still part of scouting by helping out those 1 or 2 or 3 days.
I believe our troop has been doing this drive for the past more than 15 years, at least. As long as I've been in the troop since like 2010, it's been doing this drive, and I hope it goes on for a much longer time. The drive benefits the community because it offers the elderly and those who do not want to get pine needles in the car, ruin the car, an option to get their tree to the dump and not have to worry about it a way to get it, because it can be a hassle for certain people.
It even saves the town, you know, for the DPW, which, by the way, does a terrific job. They are so easy to work with and so helpful. But it turns something like, you know, over 1,000 individual trips in and out of the dump. And we cut that down to probably fewer than 100, because we'll bring in 10 or 12 or 15 or whatever trees at a time. And they, you know, they basically know what they're dealing with, and it makes that whole post-holiday rush of people bringing their trees to the transfer station much more manageable for the town. I
think my favorite part is when can you have the chance to ride around in a big truck, having fun with a lot of your friends, jumping in or out, and basically, the troop gets money for it. And it's just a win-win for everyone.
Probably just getting to see all your friends, just going out on the day, go on a big truck with all your friends and go get trees, just have a bunch of laughs and throw pine needles at other people. That's always funny. And yeah, it's just a great time.
If you're interested in joining the Boy Scouts, please call Dan Power at 781-749-8910 or email powerd@hubdesigns.com. Hingham Troop 1 meets every Thursday at 7 p.m. at the Scout House on Levitt Street in Hingham. Roam the Tomes, an evening to benefit, was held at the Hingham Public Library with special guest Boston Globe Metro columnist and author Kevin Cullen. Roam the Tomes helps raise awareness and money for the library.
I'm Irma Lauder, Chairman of the Board of Selectmen, and I'm so lucky to be here with my much, much better half, Tally, at the kind of semi-annual Roam the Tomes as the financial supporter for the Hingham Public Library.
Roam the Tomes is this incredible event they put on to raise money for the library, and I was lucky enough to be asked to be part of it this year. And as somebody who, you know, raised their kids here in this town, and I brought my kids here, Patrick and Brendan, over the years to study and not study and read Consumer Reports for free because I'm too cheap to subscribe to it. It's great to come in here and help the library, and it's great to see everybody here tonight. It's a wonderful event.
We call it Roam the Tomes, see the library in a whole new way. It is, of course, an event which allows people to come to the library and learn some of the different aspects of the library, different things that we have, different collections, different works of art. But it's also a way to support the library.
You know, tonight's all about fun. We really wanted to make the library look super pretty and just really find a way to relax in the library and not follow the usual footpath that we do, where we bring in our book and we return it, or we go to the children's section, but really just kind of get to see the whole library and explore and get to know it better.
My favorite part was the scavenger hunt. It really was exciting. And last year when we did it, one of the foolhardy things we had to do was to create a pyramid. And I found myself on the bottom of a pyramid above me like a high school cheerleader with my thumb up saying, well, we're going to win. And it was great fun.
Our guest speaker tonight was Kevin Cullen, Boston Globe columnist, former crime reporter, who wrote the great book about Whitey Bulger. So we decided what we would do is have a plan in which teams would stage a kind of a crime. They get to decide what the crime is, and so they take a picture of either the event or the aftermath, write a long caption explaining what happened and what's going on in the picture, and this will be judged later in the evening by Kevin and by some others as to which is the best, with prizes given out.
The town funds about 75% of the library's budget. And so that's, you know, the building and the heat and everything else, but the collections, all the programs, everything we do is funded, you know, through people making donations. So that really is what kind of sets us apart, is people's, you know, generosity.
Roam the Tomes was a way of having a big party at the library, which enabled people to contribute, but also have a good time in doing it. And it's been really an amazing event because people are contributing, but they're also having so much fun because they're all lovers of the library.
I just think it's a really unique fundraiser because I think it embodies a lot of different things. It has the scavenger hunt aspect, which is really unique to a fundraiser in and of itself. We have the live auction. It's held at the library itself. So I think from that standpoint, it really allows people to meet new friends in a place that we all love.
I think if you had it in a hall somewhere, which you could do, it wouldn't be the same. There's something about being in the library with all the books, people celebrating the library, which is particularly special. In fact, I just walked by the checkout desk where I take my books out, and it has bottles of wine on it and glasses. And I thought, what is going on? But it's just a kind of a convivial atmosphere, all in a good cause. So it's something we do every couple of years. And you know, you could do it every year and it still wouldn't be too much. It's just that it's so much work that it takes 2 years to set it up.
I love everything about the library. I chair our operations committee, so I get pretty closely involved in almost everything we do in one form or another in supporting the director and the staff.
Favorite part of the library is probably that room right in there where all the periodicals are, the newspapers and stuff. I will go in there every once in a while and just read the newspapers.
I think it's just visiting with people. Because what you find is that all the people who are here have a story to tell about their use of the library, their children's use of the library, their grandchildren's use of the library. They always say, "This is such a great event. I'm so glad you're doing this."
Thank you all so much for coming, and the next time they have it, I hope everybody that's not here comes.
On Monday, December 15th, Ted Alexiadis was awarded the Patriot Award at Hingham's Town Hall. The Patriot Award, which is the first award in the Employer Support of the Guard and Reserve Series, recognizes supervisors and bosses nominated by a guardsman for support provided directly to the nominator. Ted was nominated by Keith German, who will be the town's Veteran Service Officer in the new year.
Details, forward, back.
Really honored here today to come to Hingham to present the Patriot Award, and it comes from the Department of Defense via the service members. And it's given to employers who have been supportive of their employees' military service.
Working tirelessly day and night to take care of the veterans, leading the way, and you know, for me, this is recognition from him, and I'm most proud of it. You know, the men and women, our brothers and sisters who serve in the military, for me as a career public servant, they're the true public servants. They're the ones that are not just working 8 hours a day, but they're working 24 hours a day, 2-3 years in very difficult assignments all around the world, protecting our freedom and representing our country. I look forward to leveraging this for the Freedom Award because that's, I think, truly recognizing the entire town and the efforts of the whole organization, which I do believe are worthy of recognition.
It doesn't stand alone. It's more the individual. Okay. But this is an individual award. The next level award is for an organization. So I think Hingham may be in line for the next award. And again, it's an individual award. The support from a supervisor or head of a company or something like that. So Hingham is one of many, but not too many, because this award comes from the service member. They're not spit out by a computer. They have to be nominated, and they have to have a certain criteria.
I think it's representative of how we feel, from a management perspective, we need to address veterans' issues. All politics is local. It's right here on the ground. So they can pass laws in Washington, and then they could reaffirm at the state level, but they are played out every day here on the local level. So when a veteran needs housing, food, transportation, medical, you know, we have the apparatus to get it to them. And you know, we're branching out among the region to show other folks how to handle veteran affairs. 5,000 employers here in Massachusetts. We don't know who's good or bad. That's why the award comes from the service members, saying it's a way for the service members to say thank you, and it's also for the Department of Defense to say thank you for their support. And support's very much appreciated, especially during these very difficult times when the military's been called upon to do many different things. It's such a traumatic event to get called from everyday life to active duty and have to leave the country and fly halfway around the world and spend couple years away from your family, he put together a package, not just of what to do for the government, but what to do for your whole life, for servicemen leaving. And he would guide them through what has to happen when you leave and how to re-enter into the labor force. And we're here getting ready to receive them, you know, the men and women of the military. When they get back, we want to matriculate them back into a good life that is deserving of their efforts. And I think that's the part, the change in the military perspective that we have now is that we have to be prepared to train them, to send them away, and then we have to be prepared with open arms to receive them back and put them back to work in our society.
That concludes another episode of Hingham Happenings. Thank you so much for watching, and remember, if you have any ideas that you'd like to see get covered and put on TV, please reach out to us at hinghammedia.org.